Hi, I'm Ray Salisbury, photography tutor from Nelson, New Zealand, one of the most beautiful nations on the planet. I've been shooting the spectacular scenery of our compact country since I was a kid. Today I shoot images for stock libraries and magazines. I love getting away from the frenetic pace of urban living into the wilderness. Photographing the landscape puts me right in the zone where I feel alive, where I can follow my creative instincts and craft some stunning compositions. Come with me, look over my shoulder as I explore our most iconic locations and strive to create original images. Find out what camera settings to use for each location and what filters you need. Learn how to edit your shots in Photoshop like a pro, so you feel good about your photography. In this episode, we visit the Autumn Festival in Arrowtown. Ray makes the morning pilgrimage to join dozens of shutterbugs at That Wanaka Tree. Ray does some serious thinking about creating original images. And we scout around Diamond Lake before heading south. Morning, it's Ray Salisbury here. I'm still in Wanaka in the holiday park and I'm about to head off around the shores of Lake Wanaka to scout for a possible sunrise shoot. So fingers crossed we'll get lucky this morning and score a striking image. Okay, let's go. Right, here I am. I've just left the car park. There's a nice easy walk down to the shores of Lake Wanaka. We're looking for some foreground interest. What's this? A tree? The most photographed tree in all of New Zealand? What? It's got its own hashtag. This tree's got its own hashtag. That Wanaka Tree. Wow, there it is over there. It looks like there's lots of people there already. Lots of people. Wow. I've just joined about 30 photographers right here on the shores of Lake Wanaka. It's like the United Nations, all worshipping the willow tree. Well, the light is changing in the sky, so I better set up really fast and get a good shot. Until the snow melts and fills up the lake, the tide's out. Anyway, I want to create a more original image. Let's brainstorm. Aha! I just had an aha moment, an epiphany if you like. Why not, instead of shooting the stupid tree, turn around and shoot all the people shooting this stupid tree? Landscape photography meets social comment. When the sun arrived and the crowds departed, the colours of the landscape really came to life, and I set about trying to shoot this humble willow tree. Years ago, this tree served as a fence post to keep sheep from entering the township. The brochure blue sky was reflected in the puddles, and the rising sun fired up the orange hues of the poplar trees. Later on in the afternoon, Lynette and I ventured further afield to scout a new location. Hey there, my wife and I have just driven from Wanaka for 20 odd minutes to Diamond Lake. It's a 10-minute walk up a wide track, it's pretty easy, up to this wonderful, tranquil, calm lake. Unfortunately, we missed the sun. It's the golden hour now, but the sun's gone behind a lot bigger mountains, so we've missed the light. The lesson here is that it really pays to do your research first.
Check out how long driving times are, walking times, and look at the photographer's ephemeris or some other app and work out if there's going to be any sun left.
Otherwise you're left with a failure. So the teaching point here is to be prepared, check your driving times, walking times, where the sun's going to be, where north is, where south is, before you come, and then you've got more chance of getting great light in such a great location like we've got. As the last light of day was fading fast, the wife and I returned down the track to our car, vowing to return in better lighting conditions. Good morning, it's Ray here at some unearthly hour. We're in Wanaka in the holiday park and we're about to drive back to Lake Hayes and have a shot at giving you a really good tutorial there as the sun rises over the lake. Let's do it. Okay, good morning. It's at sunrise at Lake Hayes near Arrowtown, and we've made it here just in time from Wanaka. And we're just waiting for a shaft of light to break through and actually light up this beautiful scene here. It's quite dull, melancholic and moody at the moment, and there's a lot of ducks in the way and stuff. So yeah, it's just a waiting game. So let's wait for the light. Well, the light hasn't happened like I was hoping. So we might just pack up and move on to Arrowtown and have a coffee and just wait for the light to come through the clouds, because we really need some good autumn light to show off the vibrant colours of autumn, which are supposed to be happening today on April the 18th. So our timing was perfect, but the weather gods haven't played fair. But it reminds me of a quote from Winston Churchill: "Success is going from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm." So let's keep up the positive attitude and move on. Seasoned landscape photographers normally shoot in the golden hour between dawn and dusk, but what do you do with daylight? My suggestion is to shoot man-made objects, and there's no better place like that in New Zealand than Arrowtown. Heaps of old rustic buildings from the 1860s and onwards, and because it's nearly winter here, the light is very low angled and brilliant for bringing out the textures. Hey, let's have a go at shooting this. The main street here is a great example of one-point perspective. However, we were really wanting to record the vibrant colours of autumn. We discovered this lone maple tree in a park. That was pretty good. Then we proceeded past the historic Chinese settlement on up a four-wheel drive track alongside the Arrow River. Hey, we've been scouting around Arrowtown and we've found this trail leading into the woods, and we're looking for a really great vantage point to show off the vibrant autumn colours. Let's keep looking. Now, a bit of a lesson about composition. Composition includes colour as well as shape and line and things like that. These warm colours attract the eye. They appear to come forward. The cool colours, like the greens and the blues in the background, they recede backwards. So you can use that in your compositions. So let's try that. While Ray persevered with his tutorials, the quality of light just wasn't conducive to getting great images. As the old saying goes, try, try, try again, then quit. No use being a damn fool, eh? Well, we're back from our little jaunt up that lonely lane in Arrowtown. The sky clouded over and we couldn't get any great light. Them's the breaks. That's part of landscape photography. 2 out of every 3 shoots I do, I come back with no decent photos. But that's part of adventure. The definition of adventure is that you don't know what the outcome will be. That's what makes landscape photography such an exciting genre. Okay, it's time to get out of here. If you'd like to explore Ray's photography course, click the yellow button. Or watch the next episode where Ray's camera gets soaked by a nasty jet boat pilot. At Nugget Point, Ray is blessed with a spectacular sunrise. And in the deep south, the lush walls of McLean Falls make for beautiful images. And Ray looks for a new way to capture the iconic Mulraki boulders.